Never have four little letters better encapsulated what a movie's about than these.
You want to win a gold medal?
Sure.
You want to do it in Berlin? Well, I mean, unless you were planning on waiting.
You know, I heard they don't care much for color folk over there.
Well, they don't care for them much here in Columbus either. Is that gonna be a problem?
No, sir. I just came here to run.
The perfectly titled Race is the story of Jesse Owens, the four-time gold medalist in the Berlin Olympics, an African-American who went and ran in front of Hitler, and the story of how all that happened. Can the movie succeed as much as the runner did? Well, let's check out 5 things you might want to know about Race. Let's start off with the fact that this is a story well worth telling. The story of Jesse Owens in that time doing what he did in front of Hitler, it's powerful and compelling. There's also some stuff in there that you may not know or remember. Stuff about a movie subplot involving the Germans and how they were shooting the Olympics. Stuff about the Jewish athletes on the team, which is also very important to that time and I thought handled very, very well. Overall, this is a story you want to learn more about, you want to hear, and I think that's to the movie's benefit. I also felt like the acting succeeded in this one. The performances all around were really good. I want to draw a special note and special attention to Jason Sudeikis. Well done. I love seeing when a comedic actor or someone who's known for comedy, like Sudeikis is on SNL, make that transition. And this is kind of his transition movie, and I think he played it really nice. The key for me is to play the dramatic roles and have that tension in the right places, but not lose what makes you a great comedian, your sense of humor and who you are. And I think Sudeikis is really good in this, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see him in more dramatic roles down the line. Here's where the movie starts to fall apart. It's just not made that well, and it's really unfortunate. You can really feel it in the momentum of the movie. It doesn't pull you along like you want it to. I think there's several reasons for that. It feels to me, if I could sum it up, like it's an athlete at the top of their game who has an off night. Like you look at this story and what's happening and it's so compelling. It's like looking at LeBron James, this specimen of a man who you know can play this sport. And then you go see him and he has an off game and he misses a lot of shots or whatever happens. That's what this movie feels like. It feels like it could have been great, it should have been great, but this night it just wasn't. As we start to break down exactly what that is in the production, I think a lot of it has to do with the tonal shifts in the movie. This kind of idea that it's just back and forth. It's like a runner who's running the hurdles. It's like run, 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 jump, run, 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 jump. And you have to have that rhythm. And this movie just doesn't have that rhythm down, and therefore I think knocks down a lot of those hurdles. There are even montages, like there's back-to-back short montages where one of them is kind of the typical sports training kind of hurrah montage, right back to back with kind of a racial tension, dramatic, bring you down kind of montage, and they just don't work well together. It's as if the movie didn't know how to combine all the elements that it had. It could have been done, I just don't think they did it well. But the worst thing about the movie, and the thing that really brings it down, it's way too long. There are entire unnecessary sections of this movie that could have easily been pulled. I think they're obvious and blatant. There are things about we take way too long to get to the Olympic events here. And a lot of that has to do with the background of the politics of choosing the Olympics and going to Berlin. That stuff is interesting and I think valuable to know, but it could have been condensed so much. And some of the previous relationship stuff could have been condensed. We needed to get to the Olympic Games faster, and because we don't, the movie feels drawn out and way too long. This should have been much more of a sprint and much less of a marathon. Overall, this movie, Race, is a good story, just not told that well. Unfortunately, because of the problems with length and tonal shifts, it comes down to a C+. Thanks for checking out this Your Movie Friend review. You can stay tuned for the Best Ever Challenge here in a bit. First, I want to let you know, if you click the cards up here, lots of cool stuff you can find out about what goes on here at Your Movie Friend. A link to other reviews that have happened, a link to the website, how to support the channel. Also, I'm going to throw a poll up there. This week, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put which movies are coming out next week, and I want you to vote on which you'd like me to review. I want to make sure I'm hitting the movies that you want to know about. So vote in the poll for which movie you'd like me to review next week. You can also check me out on Periscope. Any movies I miss this weekend, I'll Periscope about at 5 o'clock Central. On Mondays, follow Aaron Dicer, AARONDICER, and subscribe to the podcast, SiftPop, SiftPop. We have a different pop culture guru on every week to talk about movies, television, and whatever our pop culture brains want to talk about. All right, on to the Best Ever Challenge. This is where you name the best movie ever in a particular category. Also try to identify my choice. What is the best Olympic movie ever? The best movie about the Olympics. There are a couple really good ones. This time, I'm going to go with the one whose title is based on an Al Michaels quote. Take a guess at mine in the comments. Leave your choice there as well. And as always, here's 5 extra seconds. To hit the subscribe logo, just click Your Movie Friend down in this corner. I mean, I'm your movie friend, but this is the logo. You can click that to subscribe.